Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
It's time for my 10 best action figures of 2025 list. Obviously, it's going to be ones that I own because that's what I like to limit my list to. And it's going to be figures that I have reviewed, so you can check out all these individual videos after watching this one, of course. Keep in mind, there's a lot of subjectivity that creeps into this. I try to be as objective as possible, but remember, I didn't buy every action figure from every line because there are a couple lines, especially a couple of figures, that if I had bought them, probably would be on this list, but I didn't buy them. Anyways, let's get started with a couple of honorable mentions, and then we'll dive right into the list. And starting us off with the honorable mentions, I had to talk about the Marvel Legends Marvel vs. Capcom Wolverine. I really like this figure, and if you watch my videos, you know I'm not a huge fan of Marvel Legends, but he was my number one Marvel Legend of 2025, and he deserved to be mentioned in this list as well. And my last honorable mention, I would be remiss if I did not mention the Jada Toys Frosted Flakes Tony the Tiger action figure. This figure is absolutely phenomenal. He is way better than he has any right to be. His sculpt and paint are fantastic. His articulation is virtually unmatched. His accessories are killer, and he only cost $30. I'm honestly kind of shocked at myself that he's not higher on the list, but then again, he is just a Tony the Tiger figure at the end of the day. And like I said before the video, a lot of subjectivity has creeped in. But if you haven't got this thing, check him out. He is great. Starting us off at number 10 is the Roman Key Big Guy Blank Male Body, the black version, the limited edition, I guess you would say. It had a very limited run there a couple of months ago when it came out. I absolutely love this thing. I told you when I reviewed him that he would probably end up on a list, and I wasn't lying. This thing's finish is incredible. His articulation is great, and his accessories are awesome. I personally love his aesthetic, but that is why he is not higher on the list, because I know that his aesthetic and just the kind of design that he has is something that will be more of a personal taste for some people. Now, this thing is going to make a killer Venom custom figure for a lot of people, and that's probably why I'm going to sell this one off. But he is fantastic, and I highly recommend it. Coming in at number 9, we've got the Beast Deities Jade Rabbit B15, aka Super Saiyan Vegeta. I absolutely love this thing. Check out my best Dragon Ball figures of 2025 video if you want to see a little bit more about him. Yes, he is not perfect. There has been some problems with the hair and face plates not lining up all the way on some of the head sculpts, things like that. But his articulation is good enough, definitely better than any of the SHF 2.0 Vegeta. And he is covered in paint head to toe with shading, and I just absolutely love the figure, and I love the sculpt. There really isn't, in my opinion, a better Super Saiyan Vegeta representation out there right now on the market. Coming in at number 8, one of my personal favorite figures of this year, it is the Storm Collectibles Baki Hanma from their Son of Ogre line. I absolutely love this figure. His paint and sculpt is absolutely just maybe unmatched, except by maybe one or two more figures that are actually on this list. I love him. His accessories are good. They're not anything as far as like super awesome, effect piece or anything, but he does come with a nice set of accessories. His articulation is unparalleled, and just the way he looks is absolutely killer. And I could not leave him off this list. And again, there's some subjectivity there, but this figure is super good, and I highly recommend him. And at number 7, we've got the Axie Toys Devil figure, aka Pit. I absolutely love this figure, for one, because he's only one of 2 different Pit figures on the market anywhere that you can get, and he is a hell of a lot easier to get a hold of one than that old school Build-A-Figure one. This figure is absolutely fantastic. He is not perfect. There, some aspects about his articulation where he sticks a little bit and leaves a little to be desired, but he is covered head to toe in paint and shading. His sculpt is second to none, and he comes with a fantastic fantastic spread of accessories. A little pricey at around $100, but I would say it's absolutely worth it when you're getting 10 and a half inches worth of action figure. He is big and heavy. There are two versions of them, the traditional gray and a red variant. I had that, but left it unopened and sold it to a friend of mine who could not get a hold of it and wanted one, so that's why y'all haven't seen it. But absolutely, if you can get your hands on this guy for a decent price, I highly recommend you do. Coming in at number 6, we've got another third-party company, the MediToys Orc Mercenary Squad. There are 3 of them. You can pick any one that you want. They're all 3 the same body with just different colors and slightly different accessories. This one is Ragnar Gorfang, I think is how you say his name. These are absolutely fantastic figures. They are loaded with paint and shading and detail, all kinds of different finishes and different types of paint, from wash to dry brush. It's air to airbrush. Absolutely fantastic. Tons of accessories that are awesome. His articulation is really good. It absolutely surprised the heck out of me. He moves as well as he does, and that's why he's at number 6 and ahead of that Axie Toys figure, because he just moves slightly better than him. I like both of them almost equally, but a little pricey. They're over $100, probably even more than that now on the secondary market, but if you can get a hold of one of these for a decent price, I highly recommend it. Coming in at number 5, we've got the Storm Arena Son of Ogre Baki Hanma figures, the Yujiro and Baki. I absolutely love these. They are fantastic. They move possibly the best of the 5 main releases from Storm Arena this year. Their sculpts are fantastic, but there has been a lot of controversy and debate surrounding their scale, and I kind of lean on the side that they probably are too small, and that is one reason why they are number 5 on the list and maybe not a little bit higher, but they are still absolutely fantastic. Storm gives them plenty of accessories, plenty of paint, and like I said, the articulation is unmatched, at least in that line to date, and their price points are fantastic. Between $25 and $30 for stuff like this, you just cannot beat it, and I highly recommend you get both of them. And coming in at number 4, we've got the Jada Toys Ultra Street Fighter 2 figures. We got 3 brand new releases and then a couple of player 2s, but these 3 are the ones I'm using to represent it just because they were the new ones. And all 3 of them are fantastic. Pick your favorite, whichever one. I just listed all 3 because I didn't want to do separate spots for basically the same thing, but they are absolutely fantastic at their price point. You can't beat it. They've got plenty of paint. Their accessories are really good, and their articulation is phenomenal, even better than some of these other figures that we have already seen, and maybe even some of the ones we're getting ready to see. But for between $27 and $35 for these, you just absolutely can't beat it, and for that reason they are at number 4 on the list. And at number 3, this year's bronze medal winner is the Cocaine Studios Quinn Lee. We all know that this is the Street Fighter Alpha 3 Chun-Li. She is an absolutely stunning figure. Her sculpt, her articulation, she has paint everywhere, nice shading. She comes with a nice spread of accessories, even with just the base release. And then if you buy the deluxe with the add-on kit, she is absolutely flawless to a point, I should say. The reason why she is not higher on this list is, 1, because she is a third-party figure, and third-party companies don't have to play by the same rules that licensed companies do. And 2, you did have to buy a kit, so to speak, to make her look exactly like she does in the game. But she is absolutely phenomenal. She comes in at a very modest price point for what she is and what you get. I highly recommend this figure. She may be and probably is the best Chun-Li figure on the market, hands down. All right, and this year's silver medal winner, coming in at number 2, is the Storm Collectibles Ultra Street Fighter 2 Blanka. This one is player 1. I have all 3 variations that they brought out this year, but this is the one I'm showing you. This figure is as close to perfect as you could almost get, in my opinion anyway. Unfortunately, he was cursed with these Storm Collectibles wide hips, and that is really about it. His paint and shading are virtually perfect. I don't think I've ever seen a better paint job on an action figure. He moves really, really well. He's got awesome accessories. He probably has the biggest and coolest looking effect piece I have ever seen with an action figure. And he came in at a relatively decent price at $100 for all the accessories that he gets and the figure alone that you get. 150% worth it. I thought basically since I think it was February or March of this year when I reviewed him, I thought he would probably hold on to the #1 spot all year. Unfortunately, here in the last few months, he has kind of gotten edged out by one other set of things, but we're going to talk about that here in just a second. And finally, this year's gold medal winner, the #1 spot for the best action figures of 2025, has to go to the Storm Arena Street Fighter line. Oh my goodness, these three figures are absolutely mind-blowing. Storm Arena has been on fire this year, in my opinion. Yes, there have definitely been some hiccups, particularly with some of the player twos for these two guys. And of course, you know, Sagat, he has had his own problem, but Storm has taken the initiative and is correcting that. But you cannot deny these are the best figures on the market right now. Period. You cannot beat them. Their price point, especially, you know, their retail price point, not their, you know, if you're buying it straight from a Chinese vendor like me, don't do that. But yes, you know, between $30 and $35 or $37, I should say, for these figures is absolutely crazy. Their sculpt, their paint, their articulation, their accessories that they come with, you just can't beat it. And as an inbox guy, I like their boxes as well. This, I have huge high hopes for this line in the future, not just for their Street Fighter, but for all the other stuff that Storm Arena is going to be doing. I really, really like it. All right, guys. Well, that wraps up my top 10 best action figures of 2025 that I own. I think that this list is fairly comprehensive. Yes, there were a couple of figures that I did not buy that probably would have been on this list, but I missed out on them. You know, I'm not the hugest Batman fan, wink, wink, you know, at InArt and LPZZ. But, you know, for what I bought, these are definitely representative of the best things that are out there this year. But tell me about what you think about this list. Would you have something different? Did I leave something off? You know, tell me down in the comments. And with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.